Mercy, check my back again. I'm hiding my tattoos. Okay, we're going to start with Exodus 3, verse 1. Title of my message is Godsmack, or the tale of two mindsets. We all know about Moses, eh?
Yeah.
All heard of Moshe. All heard of Moses, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know that God loves you as much as He loves Moses? Do you know that? Because Moses was a person. Right? He murdered somebody. When God gave him a commission, He said, "Do me, I can't do that, no." So He wasn't perfect, so He got Aaron to speak on His behalf. Etc. God made a plan, but God still used him. Because his heart was for God, but he had some fear. Right? Now God says God is love, and in Him there is no fear. Right? In love, in perfect love, there is no fear. Because if you know that you are a son and a daughter of God, then you can only speak good things. Because God is not your father and your mother who are flawed. He is perfect. Right? God knows the end from the beginning. He created you. Every single hair on your head He knows. He wired you the way you are. He gave you your talents because you're different to anybody else on this paper and people on earth. Because not one is wired the same as you. Just like your fingerprint is different. So are you. You are different. The world tries to tell you that you're all the same. Another brick in the wall. That you're just a number. It's all wear 90s and you'll be accepted. Right? It's all over 36, 32, 36, whatever it is, and you'll be accepted. So, what the world's trying to tell you is, you're not good enough. Right? Who here has had the mindset that God is this old guy in the sky with a long beard, and when I F up, He's going to whack me with a big stick. I've got you, you bastard. Isn't it? Yeah. Who's had that before? Isn't that the spirit of fear? Twice. Yes. But He said in love there is no fear. See what I'm saying? There's two mindsets. There's two mindsets at work on earth today. There's an antichrist and there's a Christ. There's a liar and there's a bearer of truth. And we've been listening to the ruler of this earth, who is a fallen angel, who is against the Creator. We've been hearing what he's been telling us from Socrates. And so we formed strongholds and mindsets that are not according to the truth of what God says. God never says, that He's waiting for you to mess up and He gets joy out of punishing. What He says is, I sent my Son, so that everybody can have the opportunity to choose, come to the truth, so that I can reward them with eternal life. Love, joy, peace, patience, all those good things in Galatians 5:22. That's what the Bible says. Right? So where did we get this mindset of God is this old guy in the sky with a long beard? Just checking out. Wait, she came to. I checked. Ooh! Where do we get this mindset from? The world, isn't it? From Hollywood and wherever. From your teacher in grade 1. Yeah. Wherever. You know, she's also broken, so what is she going to teach? Broken. Right?
Amen.
Have you ever heard any... Why don't they teach you life skills in school? How to be a good husband. How to make a success of your life. Why don't they teach you that instead of trigonometry, which you're never going to use unless you're one person in a million? They fill your head with facts. Right? So that your head is full and you're busy. In fact, the world says you've got to do this and you've got to do this to fit in and make a success, and then people will respect you. Otherwise. Do you think riches bring respect? Do they? I tell you, everybody who's sitting in the shanty, who's never had an opportunity, is throwing a middle finger at people sitting behind walls in mansions who are rich. There's no respect. Money doesn't bring respect. Money doesn't bring happiness or joy. What in this world has brought you joy? A little while, eh? Go and buy some new kits and you feel like blingy and okay for a day or two, and in 3 days' time the kit is old. So it doesn't give you that lasting happiness, is it? Am I right? But now we haven't been taught, because God has been taken out of our schools, we haven't been taught where happiness is. So we look in the wrong places. So we look for a rush, we look for a high, we look to sleep around, maybe a red, a blonde, a blue eye. Ooh, that one jumps you at school. So we look in all the wrong places and break ourselves more. But every time you break up, that's a little piece of your heart. So you put up a little mask and say, no, I'll break up or whatever. But you put up a little mask to protect your heart, because it's sore, man. Isn't it? And if you put up enough calluses on your heart, you become emotionless. Because who wants to get hurt all the time? Right? You must be psychotic if you don't want to. But the problem is we don't know where to find the answer, because it's been taken out of the schools, out of the varsities. Because trigonometry now has become the answer. Knowledge is power. You heard that one? Too much knowledge will kill you. What knowledge is power?
Liable.
Eh?
Liable.
If I've got something on Job does something wrong, I know that I've got power over him. Is that the kind of power I want? To blackmail Job? Eh? Yeah, well, some of it. But you see, two mindsets. If you've got a mindset of fear, right? Take the Zuma and whoever the president now, Cyril Ramaphosa, whoever. Spirit of fear ruling our country. How can you find peace? You can find peace. The world will tell you, go and earn all the money, get your house, fence it off, pay it off, it's yours. You've got your house by the sea where you can run away from your troubles, you go and have a little holiday, and you'll be happy. No, you won't. The rappers will tell you, get all the honeys you can get. Get as much gold as you can get around your neck. Get fame and get fortune. Why are there bodyguards around them instead of peace? It's a lie. It's all a lie. So you've got one mindset of truth and love and acceptance in Christ. And you've got another one of strive for yourself and sit on your own throne. But unfortunately, you're cut off spiritually, you don't know the future, so you've got to make decisions with your soul and your flesh. That is why. Woo, we go to the bar. Tonight is the night I want to bite a chick. Maybe that's my answer. If she's wearing leather and her hair straight up, and whatever, black lipstick, black nails, maybe that's my answer. Or, let's go for the biker guy, skinny, he looks rough, he's going, ooh, he's so, I've seen this story. You see how broken we are? You're trying to find a place to fill a spiritual need in a physical world. That guy's broken if he's got to hide behind black leather. Isn't it? This is broken. Because he hasn't been seen. So now I must dress that you can see me. I'm a rebel. Huh? You must check me out. Kom ek sê. Kom try jou sien. So jy wys ek het 'n bicycle ketting. See what I'm saying? Broken. Looking for something in all the wrong places. And now you're going to try and go and find wholeness in brokenness.
Amen.
Why don't you just take your feet off and walk through broken glass? Because that will probably hurt you a lot less than this. Because it's this that hurts much more than the physical, isn't it? Are you getting something here?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to start preaching soon. Two mindsets. A mindset of fear is a mindset of, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to make it. Right? So why even try? A mindset of love and acceptance is, let me give it a try. If I mess up, then I know I'm not good at that, and then I'll try something else. But I am a success. I know who I am in God. God doesn't make mistakes. So I'm going to be a success, but I might try some wrong stuff and fall on my face a bit. Yeah, I'm going finding out where I belong. But I'm going to find out where I belong because I am a son and a daughter of God. I am a king and I will land up in my kingship. I'm not afraid to make a mistake. People want to judge me. Lekker! I'll pray for you because you're broken. If you've got to judge me, means you haven't reached your pinnacle of success. It doesn't faze me. Right? 9 out of every 10 millionaires have failed 9 times. They've tried 9 things and the 10th one they hit it. So if I believe and I'm working under the spirit of fear, I'm not good enough, I've lost everything, I've got to look back on my past, I had a lucky chick, I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost my job, I've messed up properly, and now I'm a mess. You'll be a mess for the rest of your life. Because you're judging yourself on your mistakes that you've made. Your mistakes that you made were bad choices that you made. You weren't sitting and thinking in your right mind. What does God say I am? Who I am? And let me walk in that. Why? Because your teacher told you in grade 1. Loser! Right? But she didn't like it. If you're going to take that and keep the pluck there, that's what it's going to be. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so easy.
Amen.
So easy. That's a rule and that God has placed. Like electricity. Stick your finger in there if you don't believe electricity. I can't see it. Stick your finger in there and see. It's going to shock you. Right? So you've got to. What is your mindset? I've given this example before. You've got 2 people working in a business. One's been working there 10 years. She's an old grandpa. She's very accomplished. She can do the bookwork and she can call in wherever you need it. And yes, she understands skinnering and running. And if today it's raining, can't go outside. Ooh, it's too hot. Can't go outside. No one of us. You're better man. And you've got another one who's been working there a year. She's not so good, she's diligent, but she's a people's person. She's always giving a good word, speaking to everybody, encouraging them, etc., etc. And a place goes open and the boss has to decide who he's going to raise up into that position. Who do you think he's going to put there? The efficient grumpot who's going to show everybody who comes in there a bad time, right, as the face of his company? Or the one who doesn't know so much, who can be trained up, but is willing and bubbly and has a good personality? Who do you think he's going to put in? This is not just the physical, I'm not even talking about spiritual. So the one who's bubbly, who's got as much trouble as old grandpa, but doesn't go and blurt it out, just trust God to heal and restore, is going to be healed and restored. And can you imagine what grandpa's going to say? He's been now 10 years. She's been here 1 year. And she's half my age. See what I'm saying? A fear-driven mindset to a loving mindset. See, fear will get faith every time. Fear is the most used thing that Satan uses to cap your faith. Ooh, really, I'm not good enough. So just put that little bit of doubt in there. The spirit of fear is there. And he's trapped your kingly mindset. Alright, let's go. Exodus 3 verse 1. Moses was pasturing the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the west side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, yet the bush was not consumed. So Moses said, I must turn and go and have a shufti, what's happening. Right? Is there any fear? That the bush is burning and the bush is not burning up. No fear, right? Because he had a promise from God that he would lead Egypt, the Israelites out of Egypt. So he went and he murdered an Egyptian that was beating up on the Israelites, and he got banned to the desert. Right? Now he's cropping after 40 years, and here he sees this bush. He knows that he's been commissioned by God. So he's walking with a positive mindset. Even though he's been struck for 40 years looking after sheep, but he's supposed to be leading a nation of 3 million people out of the country, out of bondage. He knew who he was and where he was going. There was no fear in walking up to this bush to go and have a check out what's happening there, and good and God could speak to him. You see the mindset? Isn't that cool? You see, I check a burning bush and it's not burning up. I'm like, am I having a flashback? Okay. So I must turn aside now, see this marvelous sight, why the bush was not burned up. And the Lord saw that he turned aside. This is God himself, right? So it starts off saying that it's an angel, but it's not. It's Jesus. When the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and he said, Moses, Moses. Can you imagine a bush talking? The bush is burning. He's calling your name. You have to know who you are at this point. Otherwise that spirit of fear is going to club you, and he would not have got his commission. Had he feared there, he would have walked away, run away. And he wouldn't have been commissioned to take people out, because without faith, see the difference? So his blessing was right there. He said, Moses said, here I am. He said, don't come here, remove your sandals from your feet, for the place which you're standing is holy. I'm the God of your father, the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. And then Moses hid his face, because he was afraid to look at God, because he knew no man could look in the face of God and survive. Right? So it was a reverence, not a fear. It was a respect. I can't look at God. No man can see God and live. He knew he was. Okay? Get it? Make sense? Alright, and then the Lord said in 7, I've seen the affliction of my people, etc., etc. And I've come down, and verse 10, therefore come now, and I'll send you to Pharaoh, so that you may bring my people, the sons of Israel, out of Egypt. So he got his commission, because he was not walking in the spirit of fear, he was walking in the spirit of faith. Alright? He knew that God loved him. Okay? So then Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and that I should bring the sons of Israel out of Egypt? Old mindset comes in. Right? He knew he was commissioned to do this. So he feared fear. He allowed fear in right there. And he said, who am I? I can't do it. Forgetting that it's God, it's God who has commissioned you to do it. So he's enabled you. God will never make a fool of him. So he allows the spirit of fear in right there. In fact, God says, well, this is his will, right? So he said, certainly I will be with you. This will be the sign that to you, that it is I who have sent you. When you brought the people out of Egypt, you shall worship God at this mountain. He's on Mount Horeb, where he got the 12th commandment, 10th commandment, something. This is where the burning bush was, on the same mountain. They went to Egypt, brought the Israelites out to that mountain, and God spoke to them on that mountain, gave them the 12 commandments. Alright, so do you see the two mindsets? The two mindsets. The one was he walked in faith and he got his commission, God said, I'm sending you. And then he let that spirit of fear in. Now suddenly he's got a spokesperson to talk for him. His brother Aaron to talk for him. So he said, I've got to listen. You want to laugh me out in other words? God could have healed him right then. See, 2 mindsets, and we all walk like this, guys. Is there anybody here who walks in one mindset? I certainly haven't. We are all progressing to walk in a godly mindset, but fear, you're always going to have it. Because Satan has used fear since the beginning of time, and it's worked every single time. Because what does fear bring? Right? It makes you freeze, or flee, right? Or you make stupid damn decisions. Fear, isn't it? The guy claps you and breaks your jaw. And out of fear, you will not tell the doctors that he's clapped you, said you fell down the flight of stairs. And so you go and put yourself in the same position where you can do it again because a leopard doesn't change its spots. That's what fear will do. Until you get to a point where you kill him with a baseball bat and go, no, wait until you're sleeping. Got you. See what I'm saying? That's what fear will do. It will make you make a stupid decision. Every time. Alright. Watch out for fear. Analyze your fear. There's a good fear. Don't get me wrong. Every emotion has good and evil. Right? It's good that I've got a fear of heights, otherwise I'd step off a cliff and say God's going to save me. Splat. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But a fear that Satan uses will be to your detriment every single day. Because fear will cap your faith. You cannot walk in faith with fear. The two don't operate, they are opposite sides of a coin. And without faith, you cannot please God. Right? Are you guys with me? Yes. Somebody tells Petunia over there, you go and pray for Melissa. And in that instant, Petunia is, pulls that Moses fear. Who am I? What if she doesn't fall over? What if nothing happens? People are going to look at me. Faith's gone. Petunia was supposed to go and heal Melissa of some whatever, or just a broken heart, spiritually. And call somebody else and call Sylvia and pray for her because God wants her to be healed. They call Sylvia and they accept Petunia. Stepped up on my blessing. It was faith. She had faith. But it was kept. As soon as that doubt came, she ran with it. You see, the sin is not when the doubt comes. The sin is what you do with the doubt. You say, no, God told me to do it. I'll make a fool of myself for God if necessary. And God will never make a fool of you. All he needs is your hands to go and lay on Melissa. That's all he's asking you to do. He's asking you for obedience. Fear kept your faith. And you lost out. Because anything done out of faith is sin. In other words, anything done out of faith, no reward in heaven. There we go. So there goes your reward, just like that. You can turn to Hebrews 12, verse 18. Are you guys getting an idea of the two mindsets? One is a lie, one is the truth. There's a song that we sing here called This Is How I Fight My Battles.
Yeah.
But do we actually implement it? Do we actually take our battles to God or fight them ourselves? Good question. Okay. When young comes and tunes Greg Brown, what is Greg do? Does he take his battle to the Lord? Respond himself, react to himself. He walks by faith or by fear. If the one is a reaction of fear, don't come tune me. Isn't it?
Normally we don't fight our battle physically, and when it fails, then we only ask for help.
Make the concept. Where did that come from? That's coming from a place of pride, isn't it? Give you an example. Somebody comes and tunes me. I don't believe this God thing. I think you're talking a lot of smack. Right? And I take offense because I'm a pastor. And I really believe it. And I say, where do you base your opinion on? See what I'm saying? Just those words. Where's that coming from? It's coming from a place of, I'm a pastor. Who's you to come tune me? I know better than you. My belief is better than what you believe. Does that come from God?
No.
Is that coming from a place of love?
No.
Fighting my own battle?
No.
I've lost the battle already.
Yeah.
I've lost the battle right there. Isn't it? See what I'm saying? So we say a lot of stuff. But do we actually, the fruit is in the pudding, yeah? As they say. And we're not eating a lot of pudding.
Put it every day.
Right? We're just having more ears, no fruit.
Amen.
You see, are we walking perfect? Because we've all heard that the battle is the Lord's. Right? We've all heard that. But are we implementing it? Good question. Tough one, eh? Because we've been brought up, climb the ladder, kick everybody else off, make it to the top, and make sure that you kick everybody else off because they're after you. That's what we've been taught. Right? Moses was 120 years old when he ran up the mountain to die. Huh? Strict as a fickle mountain. He knew it was his time. Why? Because God said to him, I've raised up Joshua. You've sown into Joshua. Joshua has the same spirit as you. I'm going to raise him up in your place. Your time is done. Your work is done. Fit as a fiddle. Never had a day of drought in his life. The law of God is, raise somebody up to do your job and I'll raise you up into the next position. Law of the world is, fight your way to the top and keep everybody else down. Teach them nothing. Because they're going to steal your job. That's the world. It's the exact opposite. Isn't it? We've got to get rid of the old mindset. Got to get rid of the old mindset. And you'll see it even in ministry. Because people in ministry haven't arrived. Haven't arrived. You've got to hand your job over to somebody else. You teach him more. The other half he's got to find out himself. I've seen it over and over. I've been in ministry now 11 years. Seen people come and I've seen people go. And I've never ever seen one that, and I'm including myself, that has taught the other person everything he knows. So there's always that old mindset. That he never himself. Alright. So let's have a look at the new covenant. We are in Hebrews 12 verse 18. We're not talking of a visible and a tangible mountain here. Alright. You remember the 10 Commandments was on Mount Horeb. The mountain was on fire, like the burning bush. Remember? And there was a trumpet of God so loud that spoke in a voice that the people trembled and they said, we don't want to go to the mountain, Moses, you speak for us. They were so scared, the whole mountain was shaking. And God came down on the mountain. Spirit of fear. I do not want to get close to God, He's going to punish me. That was their mindset. And so Moses was up on the mountain, not even gone a month, and they made a calf to worship. A golden calf out of all the earrings and stuff. Including Moses' spokesperson, Aaron, the high priest. One fact. Can I make you SpongeBob SquarePants in the cup? You see what fear will do? They got water from the rock. They ate angel food. Their clothes never wore. Right? Their shoes never wore. Nothing broke. Everything was perfect. Not one was sick. Do you know that? Do you know that when they left Egypt there was not one feeble in 3 million? Not one with a walking stick, limping, had gout, sick, nothing. They were all cured before they left. So that they could do the journey. It didn't even take them 1 month. So Moses not being there. Ooh, what has Moses done? He's come to lead us into this desert to die. We get to find a demigod, an idol to worship, to save us. Fear will make you desperate. Didn't it? Yes. Come now. Are we going to settle for first best every time? When we're choosing guys, do we always go for the most excellent? Because we could. Are we settling for second, third, and fourth already?
No.
Even at our young age? Don't you know me? I know your background. Don't tell me you had the best.
No.
I'm laughing with you. Okay, so we're not talking of this visible mountain that was shaking itself and it was satellite in dark blackness and tempestuous winds, where the shrill trumpet sounds and a thunderous voice uttered human language. This filled the people with such terror that they begged for silence. Imagine. Beast and human alike felt threatened and excluded from that terrible mountain. Even Moses, the representative of the people, was extremely terrified. He was shivering and shaking. Who could approach God in that? He walked up to God in the burning bush and had a chat with him. That was okay. But now the mountain is splitting and there's a big noise and now I'm scared. It's the same God. Different mindset. Isn't it? Same God. I mean, if we had to really seek God in all His power, we would not survive. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when Jesus comes again, He says He puts his foot on the Mount of Olives and it splits in two as He goes into Jerusalem through the King's Gate in Revelation. Just His foot splits the mountain. Can you imagine? Oh. If you don't know who you are, you're going to be a little scared. But you see the two mindsets. The one mindset is, imagine, I'm expecting Jesus to come. There He comes. Wow, there He splits it. Wow, check at that. There He just split the mountain. Cool. The other one is, what the hang is going on here? Gone. You're running away from your blessing. See what I'm saying? Two mindsets. Same God. God is coming down on the mountain with fire. The whole mountain is shuddering at His presence. That's just who He is. He's actually crimped Himself. He's not coming in His full glory. Because if He did, nothing could, the mountains would flee. Isn't it? The mountains would melt and flee. So He's actually curbed Himself and made Himself small. But He's glorious. I mean, He has to be glorious. So now He's coming to give the 10 Commandments, because this is a special nation. They're shuddering in their tents. Please, don't come near us. Talk to Moses. Don't bless me. Bless Moses. Eh? That's what fear does. Every single time. Satan does it. Because fear does not come from God. Fear comes from Satan. Alright, so by contrast, we've been welcomed into an invisible Mount Zion, the city of peace, which is Jerusalem, the residence of the living God, the festive assembly of an innumerable angelic host. What he's saying is, when the new Jerusalem comes down, have you read about God's throne? Right? It's new, with wheels within wheels. And there's 4 creatures around it. Scary stuff. If you don't know this is God, it will scare you, right? And as the Spirit wills, it just goes. They. Imagine you see that and don't know that you are a son and a daughter. Man, oh man. I don't think you need God to judge you. You'll judge yourself like that. Isn't it? In fear. In fear. Holy men of God who have been appeared to by angels have fallen on their faces and felt like their bounds turned to water. In the presence. And took Jesus to his passion and said, "This one put your hand." That's in the form of a man. You're not going to be able to enjoy the glory of God if you live in fear. Because you'll run away from it and you won't be able to say, check it out. This is amazing. Will you? See what I'm saying? 2 months. Okay. If Jesus is the crescendo, the pinnacle, the top point of God's final message to humanity, you cannot afford to politely excuse yourself from this conversation. Consider the prominent place that Moses plays in the history of Israel. If you think that Moses or any of the prophets who spoke with authority on earth deserve honor, how much more should this word that God declared from heaven concerning our sonship and our redeemed innocence, revealed in the Messiah himself, deserve our undivided attention? You see this? I harp on the same thing. I harp on sonship because I don't believe it's been preached enough. If you get that you are a son of God, you are going to walk in power. Because what can touch you? Nothing. Jesus has conquered on your behalf already. He said you are more than conquerors. Satan knows that if you can get that, he is defeated. You will be trembling when you get out of bed in the morning. Because you're going to take territory. This is the primary thing. Understanding who you are in Christ.
Amen.
What Jesus bought for you, he says, as I am, so are you. Everything that God has given me, and he's given me everything in earth and in heaven, is available to you. But you've got to take it. If you're going to walk in fear, you'll never take it. If you're going to walk in fear of other people's opinions of you, you're going to get nowhere close.
Amen.
Because the very people who are judging you, or you think are going to judge you, are the very people who need to see you walk in power. So that they can say, whoa, what is happening here? Huh? 2 fish. Fed how many? That caught their attention. The miracle didn't save them. The miracle was just for their attention that they can, hey, what's happening here? Maybe what they're saying, got a point. See, it's all just leading back to the word of truth. So the fall in the Garden of Eden was a mindset. Fall of a mindset. Got cut off spiritually, right? So now you're walking in your mind and your body. Who can trust this thing? Who here knows everything in the world? You can't. You're going to make mistakes. You can't trust your mind. The Bible says don't lean on your own understanding. Get hooked up with God and ask Him. And be obedient to what He said and you'll have success. How many of us are doing that? Don't put your hands up. See what I'm saying? There's a Christian and then there's a believer. I think there's a bit of a difference there. I'm a Christian, I believe Jesus died, I'm going to heaven. Don't come to me. I'll fight my own battles. I've got faith, I'm going to heaven. Sometimes there's a very fine line between faith and stupidity. Because you buy their fruits, you know.
Power, just taking the power and
Oh. I don't know if you want to go to this. Of course. So when he introduced the prophetic shadow of what was to come, which was the law system on the mountain, his voice visibly shook the earth. But now the Messiah has come. The voice of God has rocked not only the systems on earth, but also every unseen principality in the heavens to their very foundations. In other words, it has exposed the world has told you is a lie. You are not a loser. You are not born by chance. I don't care if you are a rape baby or not. God gives life.
Amen.
And God takes life. Nobody takes life other than God. You are not a mistake. So whose report are you going to believe? Are you going to walk in the fear of looking at our country and at the world in general? Or are you going to start looking at the mountain that's shaking and on fire and looking at the glory of God in there and hearing what God has to say out of it? Because you can't hear it if you run away in fear. You missed out. You slipped up. Right? Mindset. In the words of the prophet, I'm reading 12:27. In the words of the prophet, yet once more I will shake every unstable system of man's intellect to rule himself. God clearly indicates his plan to remove the old and replace it with a new. The second shaking supersedes any significance in the first shaking. Then it was a physical shaking on the earth, now the very foundations of every man-made system was shaken to the core while the heavens were impacted by the announcement of his permanent rule on earth as it is mirrored in heaven. We are fully associated in this immovable kingdom, an authority that cannot be challenged or contradicted. Our participation echoes grace as we accommodate ourselves to God's delight, yielding in awe to his firm embrace, his zeal for us burns like fire. That was a picture. That mountain thing, is what he's saying in Hebrews, was a picture of when Jesus died for us. It was a shaking in the demonic realm that shattered every lie. That's what it was. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? We'll start checking some time. We still got that thing out. Romans 12, 1 and 2. You all know it well by now, right? Is the target. The target, the battlefield, is your head. Your koppie wat raas. Busy. And never accomplishing anything. Good intentions. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's the fruit. Right? It says they don't be conformed. In other words, don't be molded by what the world tells you. But be transformed, be changed by the renewing of your mind through the washing of the Word. Start reading what God says about you, because you've heard this voice for a very long time now. And check where you're sitting. Acid and plastic chairs. Broken. Hatred. Unforgiveness. No confidence. Too many lies. Too many lies that we've told ourselves and people have told, instead of listening to what God said. The antidote for a good life is Joshua 1, verse 5 to 9. Do this, and you will have success wherever you go. 5 little verses. Choice is yours. God's not going to force you. You see, love's not going to force you to do something. That's the old man volunteers and stick. He's not love. Love doesn't want to punish. Doesn't. Which one of you, this little boy is riding his tricycle and he falls off and skins his knee, gets lacquer. Right? Gets lacquer about it. Because that's basically what we do. He says we're like little children in his eyes. We're messing up. But there's a difference between messing up and deliberately messing up. Make better choices. If I know that I'm a king and a queen, I'm going to start acting like a king and a queen, aren't I? I'm not going to go looking for the honeys like the rappers say. I'm not going to go and saw off a shotgun and do a drive-by shooting to impress 3 other people sitting in the car. I'm not going to go and get a tattoo. Just to show that I'm a tough guy and I can take it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Really? If I'm a king, I'm going to start acting like a king. If I know I'm a king, I'm going to start walking like a king, aren't I? Just thanks to the Lord that in my young day I didn't have teardrops tattooed on my face. Because I'm not a crier, I don't cry. But you see what I'm saying? I won't go and do stupid stuff, is what I'm saying. And a lot of the stupid stuff that we do is out of fear, or what other people are going to think. What other people are going to think of me? If I do this, no, it's not the usual what the world does. People get down on the others' feet, this is secret. And now your blessing becomes good. What blessing do you want to keep secret? My blessing I want to shout from the mountaintops and say, wow, check out this side. It's gone very quiet. But you see, there's 2 mindsets. You need to start thinking why you do stuff. As Joyce Myers puts it, think about what you think about. It sounds very pushy like that. But it's true. Because you can't just habitually carry on and say it's okay. Isn't it? We're now adults. We can't do what we did as kids. When I was a kid, what did I do when I got spanked or whatever? Run away, isolate myself and pull middle fingers and kick it off. What are you doing as an adult? Running away using drugs. Same way. When are you going to ever stop? When you said stop being so busy. When you stop and think, it's like, why am I doing this? It's not working. It's insanity. It's fear-based. And I can't be more than true anymore. I'm a king. I want to act like a king. I'm going to make decisions like a king. And if they don't work, they don't work. I've learned a lesson. It doesn't make me a failure. A failure doesn't define who I am. Does it? We make it that way. Because why are we sitting here? Because of our past. Isn't it? And now we sit and we think, yes, like it didn't work with Leroy, and it didn't work with Henny, and it didn't work with what's his face, and I've forgotten that in the pink mini under the jacaranda tree. Is that going to define your future? Please not. Because you know what will happen. You'll get a demon attached to something. But those that can back me up, there was a lady who'd been raped 22 times, one of my counselees. And she said, I can't understand it because I just seem to land up in these situations. I don't go looking for them. I just went to a beach party, got a little tippled. And there was a little bit of pass the dicky from the left-hand side. And then the next thing I know, I woke up and can't understand it. 22 times. Don't rethink what you do. Isn't it? I mean, once was a mistake. But 22 times. Something wrong. True identity, last scripture, John 15, verse 12. I'm reading verse 12 to verse 17. This is Jesus talking because the writings in there. This is my commandment, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. Okay? Does that mean I'm going to fight my own battles? No. I'm going to sing this is how I fight my own battles. Ah! Don't come to me. Greater love is no man than this, that one lay down his life for his friends.
Amen.
You are my friends if you do what I command you. Okay, Christian? Christian, are you doing what he's commanded? This is how.